welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago, Illinois, and all glories to your services, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Yashavati Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Thank you for joining and giving a beautiful association. All glories to your services, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasini Devidasi from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, Mataji, for your warm welcoming. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasini Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Thank you for the beautiful Bhagavad Gita recitation. All glories to your services, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hope you recover soon. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, and pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Vrinda. Thank you,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Vrinda
Koti
Gopika.
koti dandat pranam.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Thank you for joining, giving a beautiful association. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Shivani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj and Gauranga. My humble obeisances to all the devotees on the call and Prabhuji. This is Harita from Missouri City, Texas, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Thank you so much for joining, giving a beautiful association. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mataji, starting the recording, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees, once again I welcome you to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. I would like to start by sharing a quote by Srila Prabhupada ji. Energy is always kept on the left side. Radharani is on the left side of the Lord, and similarly, Lakshmi ji is also on the left side of the Lord. We are also marginal energy, not exactly like Radharani or Lakshmi ji. So we should keep ourselves always on the left side of the Lord, and let us act as his arms or army. Letter to Brahmananda, August 22nd, 1968. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna devotees, today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Haridas Varya Prabhuji enlightening us on the topic of the sacred vow of Margasirsha, session 25th. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Haridas Varya Prabhuji, thank you for giving your valuable time and association. Waiting eagerly to hear from you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. I now hand over the call to you. Please take over. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Shivani Mataji, thank you very, very much for that kind welcome. And a very wonderful quote by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Very much Srila Prabhupada's quote sums up the lecture and the discussion we are going to have today, which is on verse number 20 of the Rupavai of this sacred vow of Margasirsha session. But before I start, I would like to pay my obeisances unto all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who are assembled here today and who have been a constant motivator, a constant support for this series of sessions. Today is the 25th session on this sacred vow of Margasirsha, and without the able support of all of you, it would have been very difficult to venture into this journey of this wonderful work by Andal, where she gives us a glimpse of the gopis of Vrindavan, how they think and how they want to achieve Krishna as their ultimate husband. So from the bottom of my heart, I would like to pay my humble obeisances unto all of you who have assembled here. Diving into Tirupavai, speaking about the glories of this sacred text, which has been given by Andal and which truly lies in the Sampradaya of Sri Vaishnavas. Following and reading Gaudiya Vaishnavism, to get an understanding into the text of another sampradaya is obviously difficult. However, Vaishnavas are very merciful. Be it Sripad Ramanujacharya, be it Sripad Shankaracharya, be it Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami, Sri Baladev Vidyabhushan, and many other acharyas have very, very kindly outpoured their hearts by giving us various nectarian descriptions. So we are very, very indebted towards each of those acharyas, each of those preceptors, Vaishnavas, spiritual masters, without whom to describe or even to understand what is the mood of these gopis is very, very difficult. And we cannot understand them by our intellect unless and until there is mercy as a component which is flowing through all of us. Hence, it becomes our prime duty to offer our respectful obeisances, remember them time and time again, and always be grateful that somehow or the other, by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, we are so fortunate to at least hear some syllables, though we don't understand them completely, some syllables of such great Vaishnavas who have written so many literatures. And we are fortunate to hear some of these meanings, shlokas, and their translations. So, with all gratitude in the heart, with all respect, with all a humble heart, let us pay our obeisances unto all the assembled Vaishnavas, spiritual masters, and sampradayas for giving us such nectar and information about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Mano Abhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahakana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langayate girim. Yat kripatamaham vande, Shri Gurum Dinatarinam, Paramananda Madhavam, Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram, Hari Om Tat Sat. So we welcome each and everyone to this session of Margasirsha, the sacred vow of Margasirsha, session number 25. As I mentioned before, in verse number 19, we had introduced the invocation verse of this wonderful work by Andal. So we will recite that invocatory verse. What is the meaning of the verse, etc.? You can refer to the previous videos and sessions. In gist, we are paying our humble obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is lying down on the auspicious chest of Nila Devi, also known as Nappinai. She is Kumbha's daughter, Nagnajiti. So we are paying our obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is asleep on the chest of Nappinai. And this is seen by all the gopis and wonderfully described by Andal. And she is educating even the divine couple about the supreme service that we jivas are always servants of the Lord. And she has mentioned this beautiful prayer in such an eloquent way that just by reading it, we will achieve the highest goal of service unto the lordships, unto the divine couple. So to such Andal, the great poetess, we pay our millions and millions of obeisances. So this is what the invocatory verse is. We will say the invocatory verse and start today's discussion. Neela stungasthanagiritadi tadi padi suptam udbhodhya krishnam pararthyam stvam sruti sadasaras saddham adhyapayanti सोचिष्ठायाम शजी निगलिधम या भलाकृत्य भुंक्ते गोदा तस्यै नम इमइदम भूय एवास्तु भूयः. So we have been all learning about how Andal has been going systematically. She is going very systematically, and she is trying to achieve her ultimate goal along with 5 lakh other gopis, which is to achieve the ultimate goal, which is to get Krishna as her husband. We all know the story. We all celebrated our Sri Krishna Janmashtami. And we are here after celebrating our Sri Krishna Janmashtami and Shravan Utsav last week. So Krishna has appeared, and he's the darling boy of Gokul. And as he grows up, he becomes the darling of all the young Vraja Kumarikaha, and they all want to attain Krishna as their husband. They cannot say it very openly due to social customs and statuses. Hence, they follow the vow of Margasirsha, where they abstain from milk and other products. They follow in the footsteps of the previous elders, and in the garb of requesting for rains, because a drought-like situation was created by Krishna, he made it very conducive for these girls to go to the bank of Yamuna and take a very early bath, early in the morning during the winter season. And they all woke up, had a plan. However, when they woke up, they found out that their leaders are missing. So the 10 gopis had to be woken up one by one by one. And they were all woken up from their beds, and they joined the transcendental Kirtan party of Andal and her 5 lakh gopis. And together they were about to go to Yamuna when they found out that Krishna was not there. Because the elders had promised as a security guard towards their journey to Yamuna, Krishna should be there. It was Krishna's duty to give them protection. But when Krishna himself did not turn up, the entire party turned towards Nanda Bhavan, where they knocked on the doors of Nanda Bhavan, took the permission from the watchman, from the gatekeeper, and finally entered into the room where Krishna was sleeping along with Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Maiya, Balaram, and Nappinai. We saw how the gopis were very obedient, and they woke up the father-in-law, Nanda Maharaj, because if you want to get Krishna as the husband, Nanda Baba is the father-in-law. And they have glorified immensely in their 20 verses till now the glorification of Nanda Maharaj. They also glorified Mother Yashoda, and then they glorified Balram. Hearing their glorification, all 3 of them got up. However, Krishna did not get up. So then when they saw why Krishna did not get up, they saw that he was sleeping with Nappinai. Did they not see her? Out of their enthusiasm to see Krishna, they overlooked that he was with none other than Nappinai or Nila Devi. So hence, subsequently, what they do is that they sing glories about Nappinai, wake her up, and at the same time request Krishna and Nappinai to open the door and give them access to the beauty of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the context of what we are going to discuss. This is a recap of all the pastime till now. Till now, we have seen up to the girls, the young Vraja girls, they're standing outside the room, the big room where Krishna and Nappinai, they're sleeping on top of the bed, which is made by the legs of Kuvalya Pitha, has the tusks of Kuvalya Pitha, and it is surrounded by very nice bright lamps, and they are lying in an embrace. However, the door is not open right now. So they start mentioning about verse number 20. Now, before we move into verse number 20, our acharyas give very wonderful explanations about why this literature is so glorious. They mention that there are many, many wonderful cities in India which are completely dipped in devotion. There is Jagannath Puri, there is Sri Dham Vrindavan, there is Mayapur and Nadia Dham, Navadip Dham. So in this way, there are many, many wonderful cities like Dwaraka, Ayodhya, etc., Rameshwaram, Srirangam. So many wonderful cities are there. However, what defines a city as wonderful, the acharyas explain that if there are very nice devotees in that city, then that the city or that place or that village becomes very holy in nature. So they have mentioned that Srivilliputtur. Now, what is this place? This is a southern India in Tamil Nadu where Andal was born. So Srivilliputtur is such a place where the great swans, they walk on the length and breadth of the roads of Srivilliputtur. So is it a city where there are a lot of migratory birds which flock there and swans are one amongst them? No, it's the poet way of mentioning that Paramahamsas, the great pure devotees of the Lord, who want none other than love of Godhead, who want none other than the Lord Himself, and who are very, very devoted towards the path of devotion, they congregate and they walk very casually in the streets of Srivilliputtur. From those streets, in one amongst those streets was a house of Andal where she was born. And hence it is very natural that whatever she speaks is dipped in devotion. So the text that we are discussing is so dipped in devotion and singular devotion towards the Lord that anyone who comes in contact with this scripture is going to be benefited abundantly. Personally, there were many, many questions which I had in my mind, which were answered by Andal very wonderfully, beautifully. And if we see, we will not find differences between sampradayas. We will find the uniqueness of the acharyas to glorify Krishna in their own way. If we all love the same person, then the way acharyas explain each and every part of Krishna, every quality of Krishna, every single character of Krishna, every single word of Krishna, one can relish all these things differently by different acharyas. And hence, if our single object of love is Krishna, when we read these scriptures, be it of our sampradaya or of the others, we can only appreciate the notion of such Paramahamsas whose only aim is to separate the milk from the water, to separate the material from the spiritual. So they are giving us pure nectar. They are giving it to us. So it is very important for us that we should actually hear to such nectars. Once there was a small boy, and that boy was very naughty. And wherever he would go along with his mother, he would be very, very naughty in nature. He will play in the guest's house wherever he is going. And wherever he would go, he would topsy-turvy, make the whole place topsy-turvy and cause a lot of disturbance. So his mother told him that today they are going to meet his aunt. And he should really behave himself. He should not be naughty. He should not be acting out of turn. And so this boy, what he did, he said, okay, Mama, I will go with you. I'll go to aunt's house and I will be nice. So they both went. When they reached the aunt's house, of course, mother and aunt, they are sisters. So sisters talk. So sisters, they started talking. 1 hour went by, 2 hours went by. This boy was sitting quietly. And when this boy was sitting very quietly, the aunt felt very bad that she has not offered any sweets to this lovely boy. Though he is naughty today, he is controlling himself and he is sitting there. And he is very obedient to the words that his mother had asked him to be. He is obedient to his own promises. He is upholding those promises. So his aunt said, do you want any sweets? I have got nice gulab jamun, or I have got some nice chocolates. Do you want any sweet? He said, no, I don't want. She said, it's okay. You've been very good boy. Please take some chocolates. She bought a box of chocolates and showed it to the boy. The boy did not take even one amongst them. He said, no, I'm okay. She said, it's okay. At least take one. You have been such a good boy. You have done so nicely. You're allowing us to talk. Are you sure? He said, yes, I'm sure. I don't want any chocolate. So the aunt kept the chocolate box there right in front of him. And she started continuing her conversation with her sister. And we all know how many sisters talk. After so many hours, they said, we will continue this conversation over phone. So they continued their conversation over the phone. With that, they said, fine, we'll break for today. We'll continue it over the phone when you reach home. Now it's time for you to go back home. So now this boy was also getting ready to go. And this aunt asked, listen, you have not had anything from my home. I feel bad now. Why don't you take at least one chocolate? He said, no, I don't want. Then what the aunt did was, she took a lot of chocolates and put it in the pocket of his trousers, in the shirt pockets, in his bag. She stuffed a lot of chocolates. And she said, while you're going, or when you reach home, when you feel hungry, you eat. It's okay. Thank you for coming. So the mother was also very astonished that this boy is very obedient. He is not asking for anything. So wonderfully, he is actually behaving. And they got outside the house. When they hit the street, this boy started taking the first wrapper out, opened the wrapper, ate the chocolate. Then before he could finish the first chocolate, he took the second one, opened it up, ate. Before he could finish and chew the second one, opened the third one, ate. Now his mother was astonished. She said, there you didn't even eat one chocolate. Now you are eating non-stop. What is the reason? Why didn't you take those chocolates? And why you are so, if you are so interested in eating and you wanted it, why is that you didn't take those chocolates? And the boy said, Mama, you please understand, my hands are very small. What does that mean? It means that if he took the chocolate, he would have just taken 1, 2, or 3 chocolates. But when aunt picks up the chocolate and gives it to him, her hands are big. I could have not taken so much and stuffed all my pockets, but the aunt, in one go, she went and stuffed all my pockets. He was a very smart boy. So similarly, if we are trying to assess these shastras and trying to understand its meaning, our hands are very, very small. One has to have this understanding and realization that how much we churn the shastras with our limited realizations, it is very difficult to understand. But when we read the wonderful translations, transcriptions, and beautiful commentaries by acharyas, their hands are so large that they give us Krishna again and again and again in every syllable and every commentary. So the more we learn through the lenses of the acharyas, more we hear from the commentaries of the acharyas, our heart is more and more blissful. And we are here talking about Andal. She is coming from a city like Srivilliputtur, where such acharyas used to just walk on their streets, on the streets of Srivilliputtur. Such pure devotees, they used to walk on the streets of Srivilliputtur. So this is very glorious. So now all these Andal and all her gopis are standing at the door. Now my question to all of you who have been attending these sessions, please answer this question. Has the door opened or not opened? Have they got Hare Krishna? Yes.
And not open.
Not opened right now. Very correct. Thank you so much, Mataji. Have they made the plea to open the door or not?
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, till now, somebody will say who has been attending the session, the whole Tirupave till verse 20 is open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door. Either it is to the friends, or it is to the gatekeeper, or the watchman, or now to Napinai, or to Krishna. So all the gopis, in the last verse we saw it was the shokarasa, that there was sadness. That mother, Lakshmi, it is your duty to make us meet with Krishna, and it seems you are yourself not doing that duty. Is it right? So with a lot of sadness, shokarasa, and they were speaking that verse. However, after this, in today's verse, they are going to go into a ridicule, or they are going to go into a sarcasm. Even sarcasm is very wonderful. That sarcastically, if we see one of the examples of sarcasm, not pure sarcasm, it's actually a plea. Yedi doyana karibe, in that song, there is a very beautiful mention that, hey Gaur Nitai, you are the friend of the most fallen, and hence you are known as Patita Pavana. And don't you see me? I am the most fallen, and still you have not showered your grace. So in this way, there is a sarcastic ridicule that how come you can be called Patit Pavana if you are not coming and saving me, who is the most fallen? So in this way, acharyas or devotees sometimes give a little bit of pinch to the Lord to make him act. But this pinch is not out of enviousness, is not out of anger. It is out of pure call of mercy a pure request of mercy. Are you not seeing this contradiction? Is it not contradictory to your own behavior that you would not act or you would not come in front of me? So in this way, today's verse, they are utilizing it as a sarcasm to ask Krishna, will you not come before us? Will you not show us your beautiful face? And there is a difference in today's verse. I'm taking a little bit more time before introducing this verse because the verse number 16 to 20 is very, very important. It's almost like the heart of Tirupavai. That is where the entire climax is. So in verse number 20, the gopis, when still after verse 19, the door did not open, they all started discussing amongst themselves. Why is that we are not successful? Why is that the door has not opened? Is it some fault of ours? Have we done some mistake? Okay, initially we understood that we should also go to Krishna by waking him up. We woke up everyone and we forgot Mother Lakshmi or Nappinai or the internal energy of the Lord. However, now we have woken her up. Still we are not successful. So one of the gopis amongst the 5 lakh gopis told Andal, like, I can see a pattern here. What is the pattern? She said, do you remember the story told by your father about Ramayana? Andal said, yes, I know about Ramayana. And so does our Bhakti Sangha Japa group. Devotees also, they know about Ramayana. They learn from the best of the best. So she asked a question. Do you know the woman who tried to achieve Lord Rama but was punished? Who is this woman who tried to achieve Lord Rama but was punished? By Lakshmana. Shurpanaka. What was the reason that she was punished?
She wanted Rama without Sita.
Ah, very nice. She wanted Rama without Sita. See, somebody wanting Lord Ramchandra is very natural for a woman. A woman will get attracted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead who is having qualities like Lord Ramchandra. So it was very natural. But what was unnatural was not to respect or even accept the presence of Mother Sita. So somebody approaching Lord Rama without Sita, she got her nose and ears cut. Then there was another person who wanted to approach Mother Sita without Rama. Who is this? Ravan. What happened to him?
He also was perished.
He lost his life. He perished. So if somebody is trying to achieve the internal energy of the Lord without Narayan, without Lord Ram, one cannot attain Sita. So if you look at these verses, one of the gopis said, look, first we addressed only Krishna, he did not wake up. Then we addressed only Nila Devi or Nappinai, she woke up, and then Krishna did not open the door. So it is time. Maybe we should act like Vibhishan, who was instrumental in bringing both of them together and addressing them. And when he addressed them, what happened? His glorification is still going on. He's a Chiranjeevi, is still going on. Still people are glorifying Vibhishan for his surrender and for his great role of bringing both the divine couple together. So let us offer a verse glorifying both of them together. And Andal said, yes, you are right. We actually offered a verse for Krishna. He did not wake up. Krishna alone. Then we offered a verse for Nila Devi alone. She did not wake. She did not get us Krishna. Now let us address them together. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishore. Jugala. They are both two. Radha Krishna Prana Mora. They are our life and soul. So in this way, today's verse is actually addressing both Nappinai and Krishna together. It's a perfect family portrait of addressing both together. But we have 8 lines in one verse. How to split them? So one of the gopis said, we will do it 4 lines for Krishna, 4 lines for Napinai. So let us look at today's verse. First 4 lines are for Krishna, and the next 4 lines are for Napinai. The verse is going to be in front of you. This is verse number 20. So the first 4 lines are as is. These are the 4 lines. I will mark them in blue, which will enable you to understand that this is for Krishna and this is for Napinai. So this is in Chase Tamil, which I have written it in English so that others understand as well. முப்பத்து மூவர்மற்கு முன் சென்று கப்பம் தவிர்க்கும் கலியே துயேலாய் செப்பமுடையாய் திரளுடையாய் செற்றார்க்கு வெப்பம் கொடுக்கும் விமலா துயிலேலாய். These are the 4 lines for Krishna. செப்பன்ன மென்முலை சேவை சிறுமங்குல் நப்பின்னாய் நங்கே நன்காய் திருவே தூயலாய் உக்கமம் தட்டோலியும் தந்து உன்மனாலனை இப்போதே எம்மாய் நீராட்டேலோர் எம்பாவாய். So these 4 lines are for none other than Napinai. So let us read the meaning. As I told you, there is sarcasm in this verse. They have tried their level best to wake up both the divine couple. They are not waking up, they are not opening the door. So first they are addressing Krishna, who is sleeping on the chest of Nila Devi. Do not forget that. That is the verse we left. So now they are saying, Muppatta. Muppatta means 30. Muppatta Muvaram Marka. That means that is 33 crores. We all know that there are 33 crores of Devi Devatas. Now, many people mention about how this is none other than 33 of them, which is mentioned as the 12 Adityas, 11 Rudras, 8 Vasus, and 2 Ashwini Kumaras. So, 12 plus 11 plus 8 plus 2 makes 33. How come 33 crores are being mentioned here? We will speak about it. So let us first see the meaning of these first 4 verses. They are addressing Krishna. They are addressing Krishna that Krishna, you are a great warrior. You are a mighty warrior. You are a puissant warrior who has mighty influence above his enemies. And we are not glorifying you just like that. We have seen you walk into the battlefield. How graciously you advance into the battlefield. You graciously advance without any fear. You go into the battlefield. And when do you go? You don't go when there is all trouble and then like a Bollywood cinema, when the police comes at the end, you don't come like that. You come even before there is a danger, you would appear. But who is having this danger? Where is this danger coming from? This danger is coming from, this threatens and danger is coming from enemies. Enemies of these 33 crores of celestials or immortals or demigods. They have asuras as their enemies. And when the enemies knock on the door, before the enemies knock itself, you go there. You advance into the battlefield and you protect these immortals, you protect these celestials. Amararka, Amara means one who is not Mara, one who is not mortal. But Prabhuji, we have learnt that even demigods, they die. Abrahma bhuvana loka punaravartino Arjuna mamupetyantu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. But we also heard Amrita means nectar. They have drunk Amrita, but then you say they die. So Srila Prabhupada and many others have given this explanation that they have very long life when compared to us on planet Earth. So long life seemingly seems very long and death is very, very far, but death is certain. So there we see that immortals means death is certain, but their death is compared to be very, very, very far away when compared to ordinary souls. So Andal is saying here, you are a great warrior and you walk into the battlefield and you strike fear in the hearts of the enemies of the 33 crores of celestials or demigods. We are requesting you, please wake up. You are so uprighteous. You are known for your righteousness. You are known for your strength. And you are known for your purity. And you are always inclined. You cannot give away these qualities. Be it Ramchandra, be it Varaha, be it anyone. You cannot give away righteousness. You cannot give away the quality of listening to your pure devotees. You cannot give up your quality of rescuing. You cannot give up your quality of using your strength to protect the weak. These are your inherent qualities, O my Lord Krishna, and you walk ahead. You always give protection. And do you give protection only to those who worship you? No. You actually offer protection and even liberation to those who are your enemies. This is a unique quality in you. Even Lord Shiva and many others, they have the potency to give liberation, but only to their followers. But one of the unique qualities that you have, Krishna, is that you can give liberation to even the enemies who are totally opposite to you. But when you appear in the battlefield, you will strike terror in their heart. And in this way, you appear right in front to protect the weak. Don't you see we are also weak, Vraja Kumarikaha? Then why are you not waking up? Look at the sarcasm at the end. Veppam kodukkum vimalat tuileyai. You are such a personality, you are there to protect. But how come you are not protecting us today? The next 4 lines, we might have to take it in the next lecture. But still, we will read the 4 lines to address Mother Nappinai. There she says, there Andal says, while I have addressed Krishna with this sarcasm, let me ask this question to you, Nila Devi. You are perfectly beautiful. Let us restate again. Your chest, your breasts are so wonderful. And you have a bimba-like fruit-like lip. What is this bimba fruit? You can see it here. It's the ivy god. It is known as Coccinea indica donda. This is the botanical name. People can look it up. It's actually the same thinly fruit when it becomes ripened. And it has this appearance. You can see the color. And there are many such fruits, very different species of this Coccinea indica and Coccinea grandis. These are the 2. And you will find that their shades are very, very beautiful. People will forget the L'Oreals and the Maybellines. The nature itself is so wonderful in its colors that it gives. Such beautiful color. And her lips is like ruby lip. And they're glorifying the beauty of Mother Lakshmi. And she is having a very slender waist. And they say, we pray to you. We request you that you are perfect. You are Lakshmi. You are always there with Krishna. And you give Krishna to everyone else. Pick up the fan. Pick up the mirror. And help us bathe together with your Lord. We want to go for Yamuna. And we have to take a nice snan. And that is our vow. So send us Krishna along with us. This bathe together is also known as make us marry him. So in the Tamil scriptures, Meera Taylor means make us the person our husband. Why this verse is very important, the last 4 words, this is the only place, the only verse in Tirupavai where they have explicitly said, give Krishna as our husband. And they are telling it to whom? The wife of Krishna. Can you imagine? walking up to a married lady and saying, marry your husband to me. And the married lady is happily ready to marry away Krishna to these. This is not the basic lust driven marriage we are talking about. This is spiritual in nature. This is completely beyond the material world. So, this kind of love, what they have, of course, we will address the 4 lines to Nila Devi in the next lecture. But today we are going to see the 4 lines here, and we are going to elaborate on the sarcasm which is used. And for this sarcasm, I am going to speak one part of the sarcasm, and you all, largely Matajis, are assembled here, and they say that only a woman would know a woman's heart. So while I speak about one side of the men's plight, my ask would be to all you Matajis to guess the sarcasm which is being used by Andal for each of the statement. So be ready to think in a sarcastic way how Andal is trying to say and tell Krishna, Krishna, why are you not waking up? So, looking at the verse, she first mentions about 33 crore celestials or devas. For those logicians who always read the scriptures, this question will be running on their mind. Prabhuji, is it 33? Koti means various different types, or it is 33 really crore Devi Devatas? How do we understand in Sanatana Dharma? The Acharyas from the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, they explain very simply that there are 33 different demigods. As I said, the 12 Adityas, 11 Rudras, 8 Vasus, and 2 Ashwini Kumaras. They make the 33. And each one of them has at least 1 crore of ganas, followers. So when we address them, you can address them along with the ganas. So 33 are the primary, and then there are ganas, followers, who are crores, 33 crores in nature. Here we are going to address them along with their followers. So 33 crores. Here comes the first sarcasm. She is saying that you are a mighty warrior. When these 33 crores, that means the 33 celestials or the demigods along with their ganas, have any fear, you will immediately appear before them. So, is it a regulation? Is it a condition that you will appear only when there is a number 33 crores? Now I stop here. Anybody from Matajis want to offer Andal's side in terms of numbers? She's saying, is it true that you will only appear when 33 crore people talk about it? This is one side. Other side, what can anybody guess what Andal is trying to say? What numbers she has?
5 lakh.
5 lakhs. So is 33 crore big or 5 lakh?
33 crore.
So how can you turn your number 5 lakh into sarcasm and offer it to Krishna? Very, very unique, huh?
See, in 33 crores, 33 are the major ones.
Correct.
Rest are the ganas. But in 5
Yeah.
lakh, all of them are principals.
Yes. But here, number comparison is not there. Quality comparison.
So definitely 5 lakh is more than 33.
So then there is superiority. But if there is superiority, Krishna should appear. He is not appearing. In fact, she's very nicely compared, Mataji. This is one of the points which will come, but very nice. You keep up that spirit because you got the sarcasm angle correct. What she's saying is, if only such a big amount of people call for you, will you come ahead? We are just 5 lakh when compared to 33 crores. So are you ridiculing us that our numbers are low? Is it that the reason that you will not come before us? So this is the first sarcasm she offers. She offers the first sarcasm that 33 crore, even if only a few devas call 33, or if you reverse the number, like Mataji said, 33 only Devas call. You rush to them. But you ignore us, though we are many. So in both these ways, like how Mataji said, that also is a very nice way of sarcastic way of putting it.
Forget about 33, Prabhu. Even if Indra calls, Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Hridayanti Yuge Yuge. Just for
Correct.
one Indra, he comes.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Her second sarcasm is on that, on Indra itself. Let's take, because Mataji, you mentioned about Indra. She said, let's talk about one amongst them, Indra. Narakasura, right? Aditi's kundalas were restored back, and Satyabhama went with Indrani to the Nandanvan, and she saw Parijata Pushpa. And she said, oh, this is very wonderful. Can you give me one flower? Indrani said, this is not given to mortal beings. And then when Satyabhama told this to Krishna, Krishna bought the whole Parijata tree along with Garuda. He brought it and planted it in Dwarka. And then what did Indra do? Indra forgot that Krishna actually rescued him from the jaws of such an impending foe. And he started attacking Krishna with his Vajra. He formed paralysis all throughout his body because of attacking Krishna. So, and when Krishna defeated him, still at the end, Indra said, okay, fine, you keep Parijata, but when the job is over, you please send it back. This is Indra. So let me offer the prayer that Andal is offering from Indra's point of view. And now you all have to catch the Gopi's heartbeat of sarcasm. So she says that, are you going to only help those immortals whom you have helped and offended you and still have material benefits to be taken from you? Or, now please offer the sarcasm on the other side. Anybody?
Are we simple-hearted gopis who have left everything just for your pleasure?
And we have no fights to pick up with you. Thank you so much,
No.
Mataji. We have no fights to pick up with you. We are grateful. We are not asking anything. We have given everything. Before you even ask Parijata, we are ready to give. We are ready to give ourselves to you. So is it that you will only show your mercy to people like Indra who take things from you but are not grateful towards you? But here we are completely grateful towards you. Why wouldn't you offer? Then she says, are you going to help only the strong? Because these are demigods. They are strong men. And will you not offer? What is the sarcasm? This is easy. Will you only offer help to the men?
And we are in female body, so simple-hearted.
Yes.
Abla Nari.
Will you not offer help to me? Look at the amount of things that she says by only 33 demigods. She's giving all these. Are you trying to only help those who wants you to save them, like the celestial? They want to save you, but their reliance on you is very, very feeble. Only when difficulties come, they will remember you. Are you going to help only such kind of people? Or the gopis? What is their sarcasm? Are you going to help only those people who are relying on you partially, or
those who are fully dependent upon you?
yes, we have no other go. We know only one, Sham Sundar. In Vrindavan, we have only one solution, one button to press all the problems. One solution for all the problems. Sham Sundar. So are you going to help only those who are trying to save themselves? They put their effort first. And when they fail, they call you. But we call you first. The demigods exert a lot of effort and then they depend upon you. But we have given up all efforts to protect ourselves and we depend only on you. Or is it that you only protect the immortals? Or Immortals are whom? Devas. Are you the
Demigods.
person who only protects the Devas because they have drank the nectar? Or?
We
Yes.
cowherd girls, mortal souls.
What is the nectar they have drunk? Your lotus face.
Yes, your lotus face. Yeah, you can say that.
So they are saying that. So they make a very beautiful remark here. Everybody knows where the nectar came from. Where did the nectar come from, my dear devotees? The pot of nectar, where did it come from? What did
Ocean.
they? Ocean. Which ocean? They
Milk
churned and
ocean.
got the milk ocean. Now the question is, Andal says, milk ocean gave nectar, or the nectar was found in milk ocean. How did the nectar arrive in milk ocean? You found the nectar from the milk ocean, but how did the nectar arrive in milk ocean? This is what do they say? Sequel, prequel. Prequel means before story, background story to the story. So what is the prequel of nectar arriving there?
Vamanadev pierced.
Vamandev pierced.
Yes, so Ganga flowed mixed
Ganga
with the ocean.
flowed, mixed in the
It is
ocean.
the
Very wonderful.
Charanamrit.
It's the Charnamrit, very nice. And other devotee acharyas mention, one of the Sri Vaishnava Ramanujacharya's disciples, they mention that while the Lord, he is lying down in the milk ocean, sometimes he sweats. And even the sweat of the Lord is so nectarian that they drop into the ocean and they become the nectar. So these are different poet realizations, Kavi's realizations. So the nectar came like that. So when the nectar was drunk by the Devas, they became immortals. And are you going to only save those who have drunk the nectar? Then we have drunk pots and pots of nectar because we see your lotus face every day. Why won't you come and help us? Why won't you open the door? Would you only favor those demigods and those who ignore you and they forget that you are the Supreme Master? Or would you pay attention to us gopis?
We always remember you. And
we always remember you and we are always surrendered.
And even if we try to forget you, we are not able to
we
forget
are
you.
not able to.
Exactly. Oh, looks like everybody can write now today a sarcastic remark to Krishna. But this is prayerful mood. Sarcasm used in the right way, but with a devotional tinge. People are not getting angry by this. The love is much more. And they say that Krishna, you run into the battlefield and you protect these wonderful devotees or demigods, and you are ready to face those pointed arrows first. You're ready to face those pointed arrows first. Indra might be taking cover, Varuna might be taking cover, Agni might be taking cover, but you are the one who will take the arrows on behalf of all of them. You are there right in front and you rush to help these warriors, these celestials, these demigods in the battlefield. And you take those arrows right on upon you. And you protect them. And you give your association. But us, we gopis, dash. How will you use sarcasm here?
You tell us to go back. Then we come to meet you in the middle of the night.
You tell us to go back. When we come to meet you with, which is the biggest arrow that they have faced? Your separation. Yes, go ahead.
We are bearing the arrows of separation.
Very nice. Wonderful, Mataji. This is what the Acharyas explain. You're guessing rightly from the commentaries. We are constantly facing, sometimes only the battle happens, but we are constantly at battle where the arrows are showered upon us and you are not there. So all the arrows are falling on us. You are known to go ahead and protect and even give shelter to the enemies of devotees. Like you delivered the crocodile first and Gajendra later. But what is the scenario here? We are knocking on the door. We said verse 16, 17, 18, 19. Here the no door is getting opened. What is the reason for this? You in fact help the devas who are not even hurt yet. They are going to be hurt. But you are not helping dash. You are ready to protect even those who are not hurt yet. That means you go ahead. Before the calamity happens, you protect. Like Prahlad Maharaj, you send Narad ji to before the calamity or anything happens, before Indra does anything, protection is there, assured. But us, we are dying without you. We are almost at the verge of death without seeing you, being separated from you, and still you don't appear. Your quality is of righteousness. Your quality is of purity. Your quality is of protection. Is your help only for the competent and not for the weak? Just because we are crying, we are not calling out with thunderous voice like Indra or Chandra. Is that the reason why you are not protecting us? Please do your duty. Wake up. Give us darshan. So in this way, in 12 different ways, they mention and they use sarcasm. Though they are addressing both of them together, they are using sarcasm and saying, Krishna, why are you not waking up? This is the pure devotion of the gopis. This is the amazing feeling that they have from the Shoka Rasa. Now they are ridiculing. But at the same time, they know that Krishna can be only given by Lakshmi. So they have not left her behind, following in the footsteps that one has to worship the divine couple together and keep them in their hearts. They are addressing Krishna like this in the sarcastic way. And this is just the first line of the 4 lines for Krishna. How are they going to speak about his purity and protection? How are they going to justify that Krishna, you are the one who protects and you are righteous in your acts? How are they going to describe and goad Krishna to wake up from the bed, to get up from the loving embraces of Napinnai and open the door and give them the beautiful darshan? For that, we would need the help of Napinnai and Nila Devi, for which we will meet next week. Thank you very, very much. We have just finished one half or the first 2 lines of this verse. This is the most important verse because this is the context in which they are saying, give us Krishna as my husband. So will all the 5 lakh gopis be successful? Will this verse of calling out Krishna to open the doors, will it be successful? For that, we will try to understand it next week. Thank you very, very much for all your participation. Thank you very much for taking an attempt to sarcasm and sarcastically mention and ridicule the Lord to please shower his glance of mercy upon all of us. Such sarcasm is very, very wonderful. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Tirupavai ki jai. Sacred vow of Margasirsha ki jai. Yadatra skalitam kinchit vidvam satpurayantu tat. Yadatra saushtubam kinchit tad guru reva me nahi. If there are any mistakes, any tattvas which was wrongly spoken, you're all learned devotees. I request all of you to correct me and make my understandings also correct. All these mistakes are truly mine. However, if you found anything which is relishable, which is truly something that kindled the spirit of devotion in you, all glories go to the acharyas who have given these wonderful commentaries, to all the Vaishnava acharyas, and to Srila Prabhupada, who has opened these doors of spiritual world as an ambassador. And with that, I would request Shivani Mataji or somebody to read the quote of Srila Prabhupada today again, with this understanding of addressing both of them together. So can someone just read the quote of Srila Prabhupada, today's Prabhupada's quote again? That would be the final conclusion for today's class. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
sure. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, I would read. Energy is always kept on the left side. Radharani is on the left side of the Lord. And similarly, Lakshmi ji is also on the left side of the Lord. We are also marginal energy, not exactly like Radharani or Lakshmi ji. So we should keep ourselves always on the left side of the Lord and let us act as his arms or army. Letter to Brahmananda, August 22nd, 1968. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai. The perfect conclusion to today's verses to offer to Lakshmi and to Krishna and to ask them to be always there in our heart of hearts. Thank you very much. If there are any questions, comments, clarifications, critiques, we can discuss that. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. Haridas Varya Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you so much for a very beautiful class and very interactive class. Thank you for sharing that beautiful story of the little boy. And you explained the words so beautifully, glorifying Krishna so beautifully in their sarcastic way. Hari Bol. All glories to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If you have any questions or realizations, please go ahead and share.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. No
Hare Krishna.
questions as such, but just want to say very excellent session. Thank you so much. Thank you for preparing it so nicely and delivering it so nicely. So, all glories to you. Thank you so much. You're really working hard, collecting all the commentaries of various acharyas and delivering to all of us in a perfect manner. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for all your efforts. Thank you for your association.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for the kind words. All glories to Prabhupada and all the acharyas. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes, Sudhakar Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Please go ahead.
So, Prabhuji, wonderful class actually. I was just trying to clarify when you said that about the separate quote, Goddess Lakshmi and will be on the left side. Is it that is the reason that if I remember correctly, in our pujas and all, the woman sits on the left side of this one? Is it that one like that? Is it I just had a curiosity of this correlation? I don't know whether it makes sense or not, but I was just trying to contemplate on that one. When you do vrata, another thing, like a couple, usually the women sit on the left side.
The Vama Bhage is what you are referring to. But however, we see that on the left lap of Nrsimhadev, Varahadev, Lakshmi is always sitting. So when we keep ourselves towards the left, my understanding is that we are closer to the internal energy of the Lord, who is the perfect recipient of our call to achieve Krishna. If you see, Krishna is always holding his hand, or say Narayan is holding his hand like this, Abhaya Hasta. He provides this Abhaya Hasta to say that I will help you. If you are afraid of anybody in this material world, I will give you shelter. Ma Shuchaha. Do not fear. Krishna gives this Abhaya Hasta. However, if we are fearful of Krishna, where do we go? We have to go to Mother Lakshmi, because she also holds her hand like this, saying, from my husband, I will protect you. Even if he says no, I will take you. Your application form will be first accepted here, and once it's accepted here, Krishna will accept. Srimati Radharani speaks to Krishna, said, please accept this devotee. Krishna cannot say no. So our duty is to be very close to Radharani and her associates and the devotees who are sheltered under Srimati Radharani, who are perfect servants of Srimati Radharani. So in that way, we are very close to, we should stay close. So figuratively, when Srila Prabhupada says we should stay very close to left, he mentions Lakshmi is also there on the left. So we are close to them and we pray through them to achieve Krishna. Does that make sense, Prabhu?
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. The other realization I just had, of course, is my personal thing of the story. you said open the door. The whole concept is open the door. It just I'm trying to, when a catch struck me, and we also, I think our prayers also should be asking to open the doors or the veil between us and the Paramatma who is sitting very close to
Yes.
our heart. I couldn't, I don't know whether it is in the sense, it makes sense or not, but it was just giving me a sort that like that. I thought to just express that one, my
Yeah.
feeling on that one when you say the concept of open the doors. We all also should try to pray. Yeah, just open the doors for us.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you,
for
Prabhuji.
that, we discussed extensively verse number 16, where they request to open the door to the gatekeeper and the watchman. In fact, this is the verse always spoken before you open the altar early in the morning for Mangalarti. Nayaganayi Nindram Nandagopanudaya Koyil Kappane, Kuditotram Torana Vasal Kappane. That actually, that is the shloka that we actually say before, at least in the Sri Sampradaya and the temples that I have been to. They mention this before they open the door of the altar. We say the same thing, Shringara Tan Mandira Marjanado, that before we decorate our body, which is like a temple, and the Lord is sitting inside us, we open the door. That we request the spiritual master, you please open the door and give us access to attain the Supreme Lord. So yes, Prabhu, that's a very valid realization. So verse number 16 is directly speaking on that.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Priyam Vada Radha Priya Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavats.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danva Pranam. Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yes, loud and clear, Mataji. Please go ahead.
Please accept my humble wishes, Prabhuji. Thanks again and again for the wonderful, always nice session. You explained it so nicely, Prabhuji. It's just lively, like things are going on in front of you. Prabhuji, I want to ask, it's, I don't know how appropriate it is, but I want to know, see, all the temples, wherever, all the deities, they have Radha Krishna, Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Gokulanand, Radha Parthasarathi, like that, right? Where Krishna's name is changed, but Radharani's name stays same, right? In front of Krishna. So why Radharani name doesn't change, Prabhuji?
In fact, in every part of Krishna's name, it's actually glorification of Srimati Radharani. Radha Ras Bihari, the fountainhead of all rasas, is Krishna, but it's coming from one single source, which is Srimati Radharani. So that means Srimati Radharani is the fountainhead of all rasas that she gives to Krishna. Radha Madana Mohana. So one who has enchanted Madan Mohan, one who has enchanted the Cupid, her name is taken first. Madana Mohana Mohini. Srimati Radharani. So it is very but natural that Srimati Radha and those two syllables, Radha, is so wonderful that it itself gives so much blessings and so many wonderful devotional qualities to the person who utters those two syllables, Radha. So, in a way, I do not see that all these names are only glorifying Krishna. Radha Gopinath. He is the Gopiyo, he is the Gopinath. He is the Nath of all the gopis. Who is the topmost gopi? Radha Gopi. So Radha Gopi, Nath. So one who is the Nath of the Supreme Gopi, Radha. One can read like that as well. So every single name of the deities is actually first glorifying Srimati Radharani. I actually see it like that. Maybe if somebody else has any other realization, they can share. Does that answer the question?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for the question. Hare Krishna. And it goes with your name as well. Priyam Vada Radha. So, Priyam Vada, first you actually speak about Srimati Radharani. Priyam Vada, Satyam Vada, Priyam Vada, Dharmam Chara. So, Priyam Vada, very one of the meanings it can be that always speak very fondly very lovingly of Srimati Radharani.
Thank you so much, Hari Bol
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anybody else has any question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, devotees are thanking you in the chat. I would like to read their
I think
chat
we have
messages.
one more question. Ajay Govind Prabhu, please go ahead. Sorry, Mataji. Sorry to
No
cut you
worries.
off.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Prabhu, for a very nice, wonderful insight of this pastime and in various ways. So this question is, I think, continuation or probably the clarification or question which Mataji asked. So all the glories of Krishna with the different names where Krishna's name changes, but the Radha's name always remains one. So are there names or could there be a possibility that some name with any pastime of Radha could be there? Like, one of the Radha's name is Vrishbhanu Dulari. So why not Vrishbhanu Dulari and Madan Mohan could be used instead of Radha? Because all names, Krishna's name changes only, but Radha's name is same name.
So Krishna underwent one of my ways of, I have to find a pramana for this. I have to research and find a pramana to this answer. If somebody finds a pramana, they will share. But to this answer, right now, I don't have a praman. But in one way, it is to say Krishna's charitra, Krishna's story, Krishna's life made him give so many different designations. Govardhandhari, Giridhari, Gopinath, Parthasarathi. But however, while all those stages of his pastimes, he remembered only one girl in his heart of hearts as the most memorable, the one whom he loved the most. That is Radha, the simple coward girl in Vrindavan. So now if we look at this entire naming from Krishna's point of view, who is in your heart of hearts? He will always say Radha. The primary two names, the syllables, which the peacocks call out, which the birds call out. So if you look at from left to right, it is glorification of Radharani. If you ask from Krishna's perspective, he always has Srimati Radharani's name. That's the principal name. But is that the reason why they have kept the names like that? We might need to do some research. But this is how I would temporarily park my mind with this answer unless I research more. Does that make sense? Or
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yes, I understand your point as well that there's no Pramanic Shastra, but what you're saying logically makes sense. So thank you, Prabhuji.
We'll have to find a praman for this. If somebody finds it,
sure,
we'll have to ask. It's actually a very good question. Why it is like that? Why different names are not utilized? Maybe we'll have to find a praman for this.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Or get educated with the right praman. Not that find a praman what we want, but ourselves get educated with the praman that we have.
Right. You very correctly put it in place. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Ajay Gontu. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Ajay Prabhuji, for the beautiful question. And thank you for explaining so nicely. I would like to read the chat messages. Lalitangi Mataji saying, amazing class, Prabhuji. Thank you. Harita Mataji saying, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji Dhanwar pronounced, beautiful explained. The story of the little boy as example was awesome. Jai Hare Krishna. Vrinda Gopika Mataji saying, touch to heart. Koti Koti Dhanwar Pranam. And Yashamati Mataji saying, Hare Krishna Dhanwar Pranam. Such a wonderful session. Such a nice prayers of sarcasm to call our dear Krishna by Andal. You describe very beautifully in depth. Thank you so much. All glories to you.
Thank you.
Our prayer should be like her. And Priyavada Mataji saying Hari Bol. So once again, I would like to thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your valuable time and association for a very beautiful class and excellent session. We're looking forward to next Friday. I would like to pay my obeisances to you and all
Mancha.
assembled devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa
Krishna
sindhuvya
Kripa Sindhu
Patitanam pavanebhyo
Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavibhyo
Vaishnavibhyo
namo
Namo
Namah.
Namaha.
Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki
Ki
jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
His Grace Haridas Varya Prabhuji ki jai.
Jai. Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna.
Dandavat
Thank you
Such
so
a
pranam.
much.
wonderful
Beautiful
class.
class, Prabhuji. Hare
All
Thank
Krishna.
the
you.
class
Hare Krishna.
as usual.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, dear devotees, for joining us. See you all on Monday. Hare Krishna and